Hi, welcome to the A-List Health and Lifestyle Show. Best answers, best advice, and best everything for your healthiest life here on Soul TV. I'm Annette Borsack, nurse nutritionist. Water is one of the healthiest drinks on the planet, the #1 drink on our planet for our healthy body. Today we're going to find out if you're actually drinking acid or acidic water and how that can affect you. So we're going to find out and test pH in our water. What is pH and why do I care? pH is the blood acid in our body, and doctors say we need a level between 7.3 and 7.4 to be vitally alive. So what we want to know is these waters that they're selling us that have alkalinity added to them or ionized, we're going to find out what we're paying for, and we're going to find out also how we can change the pH in our body to a more alkaline or healthy state. Simple ways to do that right at home. All right, so let's begin. pH strips you can get at the store. You can get at the health food store or the drug store or your health food store, or I even bought strips from a pool store. And so we can see a neutral strip here will tell us the acid in our fluid. So you can test water, urine, blood, saliva, and then chlorine and alkalinity. And also we'll test if they've added a stabilizer to our drinking water, maybe to trick us. So that'll show up on a pool strip. These simple pH strips you can get at the health food store. 5.5 is the lowest or the most acidic that this will test, all the way up to 8.0 for alkalinity. And I love these because the color chart's so simple. Your acid and your alkaline. And so acid here, alkaline here. And we're going to go through the most popular brands of water. We're going to go through the brands of water that are store brands and ones that say that they've added alkalinity and ionized their water. We're going to find out exactly what the real deal is so we know how to keep our bodies healthy. Let's get going. Here's our most popular waters. We're going to test water that makes you intelligent, water that they've shipped in from France, and then some special island water. I think you know the brands. So what we're going to do is just show you how they measure up in our testing. We'll just drop a strip in and you read it at about 15 seconds, or some of them say you can read it immediately. And I'm going to run through two sets here so we can have a test that's actually accurate. We don't want skewed results, okay? Great, so let's pull out, this is our island water, and we can just lay that right here and see good alkalinity in our island water, no chlorine whatsoever. And then there's a acidic level of maybe 7.6, so that's beautiful. We want our water to be somewhere at 7 or higher. Okay, and here is the French water, big global footprint, sending that in. I heard it's got the best flavor. Our test strip on that looks like they've added a stabilizer to it potentially. I mean, you'd have to send it to a lab to know, but we've got a little color on the stabilizer. Nice alkalinity, no chlorine. And right here we've got nice peachy, so that is somewhere around 8.4. on alkalinity. Beautiful. Okay, and our last one, this is a water that makes you more intelligent. Intelligent water. We don't think it's that smart for us. Look at that. We'll just lay that next to the neutral test strip. It's got added electrolytes, it says. I don't have a test strip for electrolytes, so that's not really doing me any good in the state of causing more acid in my body. That intelligent water is going to make your body so acidic. And what is an acid body? Why do we care? Acid body is hot. Think of acid. Acid is something that burns holes in things. We clean our countertops with acid. So we don't want that inside our bodies. Heat is inflammation. Inflammation is arthritis, bursitis, acne, those kinds of things. We definitely want to head for the alkaline. Alkaline is flexible, fluid, that's a nice cool body, vitally alive. So alkaline water, these we're paying extra, $1.79, sometimes $2.29 for these bottles of water that are alkalinity of 9.5, 9. This one's very essential for your life. This bottle right here, I actually couldn't wait to open this bottle of water. This says, water for people who know the difference. Well, I want to know the difference, and I felt kind of ashamed if I wasn't going to buy this water for people who know the difference. I'm a smart nutritionist. I better get this. So opening it, I waited until today because the age of the bottle of water, if it's in plastic, and then oxygen can skew your pH testing, although we find these results very accurate. Here we go. I wanted to know. We've got a neutral test strip. So if you tested the pH of this, I don't see where it has alkalinity to it. It's great that it could be acidic because if we have an acid-base fluid like vinegar, for example, your body actually has to get more alkaline to process that, and so that actually helps us. However, in a drinking water, we don't tend for more alkalinity to process that. So we're paying a lot more for our bottled water. And here's another one. This one says it's a pH of 8. I don't see that on my strip. I'm going to use the other testing strip that gives us a more accurate reading for what they claim. They're claiming 9.5, 8. Here we go. This is the water for people who know the difference. And we'll see if that's actually got an alkalinity of 8 or 9.5 or... Ouch! I just paid $2.29 for that water that I don't feel like drinking. It is showing up very acid. Our test doesn't show alkaline at all. Okay, so we have some other popular waters I'd like to test. One they're adding oxygen to. So oxygenizing our water, that one's $1.69. And if you're supposed to drink 80 to 100 ounces a day, it's about a ½ ounce per pound of body weight. Then 20 ounces times 4, you're paying $10 a day for your water, $300 a month for drinking water out of plastic bottles. Plastic is a whole nother issue. We have a whole episode on plastic and the endocrine disruptor and how it's imbalancing to our hormones. You can tune into that later too. So let's drop in a few test strips for these specialized waters. We even have a water here that's fortified with nutrients and vitamins. That's a popular water. And does the color skew your test, Annette? That's what someone asked me. Well, yeah, it makes it more acidic. And more acidic is not great for us. So with 12,000 food additives in our food supply, all of our food has become an acidic source of nourishment. So America has the most acidic diet on the planet for sure, and the highest healthcare costs. Okay, so I have thrown in the nourishing water. Here we go. We'll just put that right there. We can see how the water that has extra nutrients in that stayed very acidic. In fact, that was no different really from the test strips that were the alkaline extra water. And then this one, they've actually taken ions out of the water. So with ions out of the water, that should make it more alkaline, but our test strip doesn't show that either. And then I tested coconut water. Coconut water is the new great panacea, right? We all want to drink coconut water. That's somewhere like $1.89, $2.29, because it has the hyaluronic acid and many other added benefits, most nutrients, and here's coconut water. Coconut water is somewhere around 5.0, maybe 5.5. I know when I looked that up online, Google that, that is anywhere from 4.5 to 5.7, they say coconut water is, if it's a mature coconut. I don't see where we have hit one water that's got a good alkalinity to it yet. And then this one they've added oxygen to. That is the same as neutral. So I don't find a value of those types of nourishment water, vitamin waters, the deionized waters, oxygenated waters. Nothing changed there. We're just spending our money on fancy packaging, basically. Okay, we're going to test a few store brands. Now, these waters come right from the head of the mountain. They're spring waters, So we're going to test a couple spring waters, and here we go. This spring water right here is 7.0, one of your cheapest brands too. Maybe 6.5 to 7.0. That's the most green we've seen yet today. And we like the green on our test strips because that shows 7.0. And then here's another one. I got these 6 for $1 at the dollar store because I thought, well, hey, that's good for the kids' lunches and it's handy. This one was about a 6.0. So very big health detractor. That's how water measures up. Now, what can we do to change our pH? Not one of these waters we've purchased is doing really a lot for our health other than hydrating us. So we really need to be hydrated. Don't get me wrong. If you're not sure which water to drink, drink anyway. Okay? So this right here, baking soda, that is our ingredient. $1.24 a box. You can add that to any water. In fact, I'm going to add it to one of the most acidic waters. That was the Intelligent water. And right now we'll add that, and about 1/3 to 1/4 of a teaspoon in 12 ounces of water. And we can just immediately retest that water. And here you go. You are going to have an alkaline water. So your body is going to become more alkaline from drinking. Look at that. So we'll leave that lay there. And you can just see the blue come through. Other thing, apple cider vinegar. If you drink a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar every day, twice a day, you would have a more alkaline body. $2.99 a bottle. So you could go through maybe 2 bottles a month. You're at $5 a month, not $300 a month for this fancy bottled water that you have. Do you want a filtered water though? It's just not in plastic perhaps. So what else do we need to know about pH and how can we get there? I think as a wrap up, I want to tell you a couple things. Use your baking soda. Look at that. That's fantastic. 1/4 to 1/3 teaspoon twice a day in your drinking water. So whatever you've bought from the head of the mountain spring water to your fancy essential or intelligent water can be turned into an alkalizing health agent momentarily, really cheap cost. So I like that for us. I think you like that for yourself. The other thing I found was a $12 bottle of minerals, and these minerals did the same thing as the baking soda. A little extra benefit is you are getting trace minerals that we need for detoxifying heavy metals and things like that. We have a whole cleansing section. How else can you do it? You can, besides drinking alkaline, you can eat alkaline. What are the most alkalizing foods on the planet? Asparagus, Brussels sprouts, raw almonds, melons, grapefruit. So how do you get in a lot of Brussels sprouts? Well, getting in a lot of Brussels sprouts and asparagus can be challenging when we're busy because we like to open things from a wrapper. That's why we're drinking the bottled water. I think you can take a very cleansing protein powder that I love that's got Brussels sprouts in it. You can eat a cleansing alkaline diet and add these products to it. It's fantastic. Most people lose 10 to 20 pounds when they start changing their pH in their body in a short amount of time, like 3 weeks or a month. So I'd love to see that for you. And then what are the most acid foods? What should we be avoiding? White bread, alcohol, cheese and dairy, very warming to the body. All meats, and also we should avoid sugars, okay? So all worlds agree on this. If you looked at Ayurvedic medicine says that a taste and a temperature is important. Well, they have 5 taste groups: sweet, spicy, salty, sour, bitter. All of American foods hit the sweet food group. Dairy, bread, flours, sugars, cheeses. Our whole American diet is one food group according to Ayurvedic medicine. That is the sweet food group. Well, guess what temperature sweet is? Yeah, warming. It's hot. It's heating up our body, causing disease. So a few do's and don'ts, a quick tip of the day. And just remember, if people who think they don't have time to live healthy, they will find time to be sick later. You're waiting in the doctor's office later. I used to work with this doctor, Dr. Hodgins, and Dr. Hodgins was an oncology doctor. And when I was wondering about the people who just really complain a lot and are sick a lot. He says, Annette, some people live a long time and some people die a long time. So for you here at Soul TV, we want you to have a long, happy, healthy A-list life. And you know what I always say? At the end of the day, love yourself and eat your vegetables. Namaste.